Hey guys, welcome to number 2 of the career mode randomizer, and to start this episode, as you can see on the right hand side, we are currently top of the leaderboard with 9 points. Obviously we did really well with Aston Villa in the first episode, but I'm actually quite good at playing with teams that I know. I know pretty much every single BPL team, most of the championship teams, but we are going to be using a team in the Ligue 1 today, and that is Stade de Reims. I've never really heard of them. I do know a couple of their players. I think they've got Mandy, the centre-back, 77 rated, and the right mid, Bangora. I think he was on loan at Malaga last season. He's very pacey, and apart from that, they've got David Ngog, obviously quite a legend. I think he played for Liverpool, Bolton, and a few other teams, but now he's not really too good. So looking at our team, we've got some okay rating players. Mainly we do need a striker, because at the moment we're basically playing a winger there, because David Ngog not really too good. But yeah, Bangora unfortunately out injured at the moment, so maybe we'll have to rest him up for the first game. We'll have to see though. So we have put a few inquiries for some strikers, and one player that I think we're just going to bring in straight away is Iheanacho from Manchester City, 72 rated. He's actually a really good 72 rated player. He's got like 90 pace and 77 finishing, so he would be a really nice signing, and for 15 grand a week I think it's just worth bringing him in straight away. Also, we're putting some bids in here for, I think we did Walters and Ajoa towards the start of this episode. Now we're putting one in for Ranti. He has had the contract there, I believe, accepted, so he would be someone quite interested. I'm not too sure if I do actually need Ranti now that we have got Iheanacho. He's a similar style player, obviously very pacey, and just gives the attack a little bit more. We do kind of need to get like a target man, big powerful striker to be able to hold up the ball like a Chris Martin kind of player. So we're putting some bids in for Walters and Ajoa. So this guy here, Mufulu, he's actually quite good. I think he goes up to like a 77 rated player. So I think if I did a proper career mode with this team, I probably would keep him. So we're going to look to improve the midfield. So we're putting a bid in there for Craig Bryson, 2.5 million. Will be quite nice to bring him in, as I know how to play with Craig Bryson. So it wouldn't be something like I need to learn how to play with these players like Iheanacho, and we do actually put a £1.4 million bid in there for Anichebe from West Brom. It does get accepted. He is in his last year of his contract as well. We put a £3 million bid in for Gary Hooper. Quite a bit of money, but he is quite a decent player, so maybe it is worth bringing him in. But as we are such a unknown team, like in the Ligue 1, they're not exactly the best. They're not like a Monaco or a PSG. Bringing in players, it's going to be difficult, because we're going to have to give them a lot more wage than probably what they should be on, because they just don't want to come to a smaller team like us. So we're going to have to cost quite a bit of money, meaning we're not probably going to make too many signings, maybe a couple more in this episode. Obviously we've got an Iheanacho, maybe another striker and a central midfielder, but I don't think the defence really needs to be improved, and if we were going to improve it, it would be quite difficult with the money that we do have remaining. So we do bring in Victor Anichebe there, 1.4 million. It's actually quite a good price for quite a good powerful striker. Obviously he's got like 85 strength, good heading ability, and pretty good finishing as well. So him and Iheanacho, obviously the two Nigerians, they'll give us something good up front, and hopefully we can score a few goals in this first game against Bordeaux. I think we've got Bordeaux, Marseille and Nantes. I think that's the other team. So it's okay, like Bordeaux and Marseille, quite good. Nantes not too good, so as long as we can pick up some points in these first few games, then that'll be good to see. So in this episode we're actually going to be playing 6-minute halves, so hopefully there's an opportunity for us to get a few more goals in, and hopefully just give us more of an opportunity to win. So looking at the Bordeaux lineup for today's game, they do actually have Carrasco in goal, a pretty good goalkeeper, one of the best in the league, and in the right back position they do have Debuchy. I'd probably say he is probably going to leave Arsenal at the end of the season. He's on quite big wages and not exactly playing too many games. So first 30 minutes of the game here, poor clearance from our goalkeeper, an area I probably would improve if we had the funds, but unfortunately we only have like 2-3 million left, so really don't have the opportunity to make any more signings really. So going into the 28th minute of the match, 2 minutes after conceding that first goal in the game, we do get back into it with a really good powerful strike from our midfielder. I'm not too sure how to say his name. It's like Onagay, something like that anyway, but I'm not even going to try and say it because it's really difficult. But nevertheless, into the 83rd minute of the match here, ball through for the same guy, puts it into the back of the net, makes it 2-1, and puts us in a really nice position. And he was probably the man of the match in this game. He ran the show. He's a really good box-to-box midfielder, quite similar to Yaya Toure. Really good shooting, really good at bringing the ball forwards from deep as well. So last 3 minutes of the game here, Iheanacho just killing off the game with a nice finesse shot into the top left-hand corner. Anichebe really not having a good performance. Obviously, we've only got 3 games, so if a player doesn't perform after we signing them, it's really annoying because I've put that investment in them, and obviously it's quite a big gamble because if I haven't played with these players before, maybe it'll be quite difficult. So yeah, we do get a couple of goals from our midfielder, and obviously we are going to put a bid in there for Craig Bryson. I think it was about 2.8 million, something like that. Anyway, I just had the money spare. I thought, why not? We might as well try and improve the midfield, and hopefully for maybe the last game, I'm not too sure if we don't actually have enough time to bring him in for the next game against Marseille. So you really have to do your business quite early on in this career mode if you are going to get the players involved. So into the second game now against Marseille, probably the toughest out of the 3, so picking up maybe a cheeky point in this game would be quite beneficial. So that Charbonnet, the centre attacking midfielder, he's actually only got 22 pace. He is 6'3", but for a centre attacking midfielder, I feel like Diego, he'll just fill in that role a lot better. So looking at the Marseille lineup for today's game, they've got Stephen Fletcher up front, Alessandrini, Cabella, Diarra, Lucas Silva, Rekic and Kulu, and obviously Steve Mandanda in goal. So a really, really good lineup. So first 10 minutes here, we do win a free kick on the edge of the area. Diego with some pretty good free kick stats, but I decide to lay it off to our midfield Ivory Coast Yaya Toure lookalike, and unfortunately just hit the post to unfortunately just miss out on a goal. So we go into the 42nd minute of the match here, Cabella bringing the ball forwards, and he does take a shot here, and it does go off the crossbar, and unfortunately I believe that is pretty much all that happens in this game. They do have a corner here in the last few minutes, obviously our goalkeeper making a pretty good save at the near post, but eventually they do put the ball into the box, and yeah, that's how it ends. It's not exactly the most interesting game in the world. I put a couple of shots that did hit the post, but apart from that, nothing too much really happening at either end of the pitch. Obviously us only having 0 shots on target, Marseille having 3, so really not much to show. But as you can see there, Craig Bryson coming into the club. We also had a deal for George Thorne, but he's only 69 rated, and our current midfielders are like 72, 73. So in terms of like ratings now, it's really annoying because we don't have the opportunity to let these younger players grow into the players that they can potentially be. So Craig Bryson going into the centre attacking mid position, he's got about 67 finishing, good power, pacey, powerful player, just to bring the ball forwards. And yeah, we're going to go into our final game against Nantes. It's a little bit of a shame there's only 3 games because it really doesn't give you the opportunity to try out the team, but that's what makes it such a challenge, because you really don't really get to know your team unless you do know the team already. So yeah, looking at their lineup, I think the only player I do know is their right-hand-sided centre-back. I think he's from Venezuela, very good defensively. And yeah, we go into the game here just before half-time. Tom Anson putting the ball into the back post and a volley into the back of the net. Not the best of defending from me, to be fairly honest. And again, 2 minutes later, essentially the same thing. They put the ball into the box and they hit it into the back of the net to make it 2-0 just before half-time. Not exactly what we were looking for in this game. And in the 67th minute of the match here again, ball out wide, cross it into the box, 3-0. What was happening? Because so far in this series, I'm unbeatable. But in this game, we absolutely got destroyed. I don't know if it's because we were away from home or something. But yeah, we really haven't done too well going forwards in this episode. We've only scored 3 goals, and they were all against Bordeaux. We didn't get a goal against Marseille. Again, we only had 2 shots on target, so it just shows this team really wasn't too good. So getting those 4 points against Marseille and Bordeaux was probably quite lucky. So yeah, we are going to end off the episode here. Anichebe, I really wouldn't suggest him. He wasn't too good. He maybe just giving him a bit more time would have been a little bit better for him. But nevertheless, we're going to end off the episode here. Make sure you do check out the links down below to all the other episodes. I think we've got like Monaco, PSG, so some really good teams. So I guess they've probably won all their games, so maybe I'm not top in the next episode. But nevertheless, if you do enjoy this episode, make sure you do check out those links. Subscribe if you're on the show, and see you soon. Bye.